Meantime, you remember where we left off? Thursday night, where do we left off? What did I say? Let's see how good you are. No answer?
Nobody taking notes?
Not
I
the
have
notes. The notes
It
is for
says-
me. It's not for you. You have to remember what I said.
I wrote down that the child is the goal. Everything else should be secondary. We have to remember our goal, which is the child. And the Torah doesn't want you to have extra time. That's
Okay,
like the ending of my notes.
this was the ending of your notes. Okay, maybe I will hint you. I said a child came to you and he is complaining that his brothers and his sisters, they bothering him and they destroyed everything that he built, the Lego that he built. Do you remember the case?
If they said that they destroyed everything, you to ask the child, like, why are they mad with you? You know, and ask them why they're mad and say, what did they do in order for the kids to be mad? Because the one who destroyed everything is saying, complaining that everyone's mad, but you have to ask them why they're mad.
And I said that you saw from the corner of your eye that he started the balagan. They just reacted to what he did. But he came to complain against them. So we can see it, you know, you ask for it, you got it. Our reaction may be, next time, don't start with them. I saw you. What do you think the child will feel if this is what we're going to tell him?
Mommy doesn't care.
He will feel sorry that he came to us because he feels rejected and not accepted. He had enough from the brothers and the sisters that they rejecting him. When it came to us, he wanted some, you know, to feel that he is legit. And we should, you know, and we should feel what he feels. And if he will not going to have it, what's going to happen? In the future, he will not come to complain. Because he feels that every time he'll come, he will be the one to be blamed. So he decided not to come to you anymore. I know that there is endless times that it did happen in our homes. So what did I say? What should be the approach to this child? According to you, you saw that he was the instigator. What do you have to do now? What did I say?
Empathy.
What did I say? You're failing the quiz today.
Empathizing with the child and listening to him, Rav?
What?
Empathizing with him and showing him that you care about his feelings. And then you can address the issue later on of how to get what he needs without instigating with his siblings.
So,
No?
first of all, we have to listen to him with patience. That's what I said. You have to listen with patience and listen to all his expressing how did it happen. And we have to send them a signals that we understand him. How terrible is the feeling that they destroy what he built? And how much it hurts and it's frustrating that someone all the time bothering you, but all the time. That's what the child is saying. And after we'll show empathy and we understand and we have patience. Only after you feel that the child see that we understand him and we feel for him, then you can ask him a question. Why did they do it to you? Maybe you know. So now we're talking, I understand you. Yeah. We're missing a link over here. Why they doing it to you? Maybe you have an idea. I was cooking, but you were there. Maybe you can help us. So what does it feel that Ima or Abba, they want to stop this, the bothering. They want to stop it. And that's why they talking to me and they looking for answers. So if the child will feel the behemoth, we want to help him. So now all the defense, all the system of defense that he had will come down. He said, they're not my enemies. They're not trying to attack me. Yeah. And now we will start to think. And maybe he will take some responsibilities. Maybe, not so sure, but may happen. But maybe he can answer back, I think they upset me. Because I did so and so and so. No? Or maybe they upset me because I don't let them play with this game. So now when we have already a dialogue between the parents and the child, without any attacking, we're just trying to figure out what's going on. So now, whatever I said until now, it's positive or it's negative?
Positive. Because you're building the relationship and you're not judging him and you're not, even though, like the Rav said, the parents saw exactly what happened, she's letting him come to the conclusion. She realized what mistake he made and he can correct it for next time.
So now, since you see that we're positive, we're not attacking him and we're not calling him names. So now the child that in the beginning he felt, and that's what he felt, Behemet, that his siblings, they were not fair toward him. And they did things that which are not supposed to do. Why did you break my game? And now the child will start to think like we want him to think. He will not be so upset and he will start to think, maybe also I'm not that a tzaddik. And parents that I said this and they had the patience to do that and they dealt with the kids, all of a sudden they found out that the kids are very good. And they opening up doors that the parents never knew it's existing. We know already what's going on inside the child, things that we never knew before. So that's giving us the possibility to give them the proper chinuch. To be a parent is not to be a policeman. It's not only to come and implement boundaries and okay, that's part of being police. But if it's coming with understanding and love and everything else, and you channeling now the child into a place that he will learn how to deal with such a thing, how to read the map, and how to control the situation, and he will not be such a person to blame the other person all the time. Usually when something happened, can we sit down and think fairly, maybe we have something also to do with that? Or right away we pointing fingers over there and say, it's their fault. I didn't do anything.
We usually blame.
Usually even us, the grown-ups, right away. So imagine you can bring a child to a point that he will start from young age to think, maybe I'm also instigator. Maybe I also have something to do with all this. He will be a person, bah. So now, once I said this class, what did they jump on me? What? And mother, she got up and she said, what are you saying? Every time my tzaddik will come with complaints, so I have to leave everything I do and to sit down and to start to investigate him and this and that, and I have to listen. She told me the child should be happy that I don't smack his face, because I know he always starting with everybody. So if I know that, I'll sit down and I have to listen to him. I want to give him 2 smacks. I want to give him. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. But it will help you.
No,
You smacked the child. Okay, very good. Did it help you?
no,
Is this going to enhance the connection between you and the child?
no. It's going to break the trust.
2 strikes on you. But you gave him 2 smacks.
Now it worked, but for the future, it's going to destroy the relationship. It's easy. Now it's easy to give a smack.
So now, whatever I said, it sounds very good. But when it comes to tachlis, as we said, when it comes to action, you see, that's why I ask you, what did I say Thursday night? So imagine now the child will start to react. What are you going to do? The same old, right? You deserve it. It's your fault. I saw you. I saw you. And if it comes to complain, tach. Next time they don't start. Yofi. So please, pay attention to what I say, Pay attention. You're going to need it. Because I don't want you later on to say, I was on all the classes and nothing came out of it. My kids are the same thing. Now I'm worried about myself also. I know that what I'm saying is the correct things. Right? I'm giving over the medicines, but if the patient will not take the medicines, what can I do? So you have to pay attention, very good attention, and to implement it at home. You see, it wasn't in my mind even to ask you tonight. Probably from Shamayim, they sent me a message, and all of a sudden I said, what did I say Thursday? Oh, Pa, I said, oh, no. I know that it's difficult when it's coming, to action, especially if you have 5 or 6 kids, whether you have time to talk to each child, and find out. I know it's difficult. But at least you understand where are the mistakes. And your expectation will go much less. And you're going to try as much as you can. At least you have to try. And as more as we're going to do it with love and affections, and we're showing that we care, the child will be a very good partner to us, and he will cooperate with us. Now, let me address something that is extremely, extremely important. Kids, even though they're leaning to read the scenario in a very crooked way, it's not the reality most of the time, but they're not crazy. They have their own mindset. And everything that they do, there is a reason for it. And according to what they read the scenario, and according to how he thinks this child, this will bring him to reaction that many times we will not agree with that and we get us upset. But the child is not crazy. This is him. Even though us, like an older people, grown-ups, we see that Bechlal, what he's saying, he twisting all the facts, and the reality also twisting. Don't forget, this is the emet of the child. That's how he see it. We might call him a liar. Oy vavoy. Because that's the way he see it. This is his emet. That's why when a person telling me there is no God in this world, there's no God, you think I'm upset? This is his emet. That's what he feels, okay? He takes the reality and he mamash twisting it. And we can jump and say, you're not normal. We have nothing to talk to you about. How would you deal with someone they told you that there is no God and we came from the,
Mars.
from the explosion and we are coming from the monkeys? How are you going to feel?
You're crazy.
Are you crazy?
It's an instinct response.
Why is it crazy? Why?
Because that's not the reality. That's not the truth.
For you. But him, what?
That's the truth for him.
Yes.
So first we have to acknowledge how he's feeling.
I is taking the reality and is twisting it all the way. But that's what he thinks. Okay. Now we can open up a dialogue. Why do you think like that? And I'll tell you, why are you far away from the truth? But you have to understand this is his truth. We know that there is only one truth in this world. Everything else is false. According to him, there is many, many truths in this world. So, okay. Now, if you don't know how to take it, outreach is not for you. To do a kiruv is not for you.
Rav, can I just clarify something for the notes, please?
Yeah?
So when, let's say this guy approaches you and says, Hashem is not here, the first step into having dialogue is to acknowledge and say, why do you think that, with questions? Not in a judgmental form,
I
but
say, okay, why did so I'll start to ask him, there is many things to be said. So how come everything is so perfect? Because explosion destroy everything. Since when explosion
creates.
building such perfect things?
Okay, thank you, Rav.
It's like me telling you, let me bring all the colors and give me a paper and I will spill all the colors in one shot and you're going to have a Picasso art. It's possible with all the details and everything else by me
No.
pushing it.
No.
So at least I didn't say you're crazy, Don't tell your child you're crazy, or don't think that my child is not well. That's the way you see it. So we have to understand where the child is coming from, why he thinks that he's twisted reality, that's the right one. Okay. So for this, the child sees that you're talking to him. So if you want to correct your child, if you have to give him chinuch, if you want to give him, you have to see where is he coming from. Why is he thinking like that? And after you know what he's saying and what he means and what is his emet, now you can start to tell them where are the mistakes. But it's not attacking, it's a dialogue. Not only that, sometimes the feeling of the child has so much power and force, and he expressing a very deep pain, this child. We're looking at this one, it doesn't make any sense why he's so hurt. Example. A child is so upset, he cries, and he goes to a corner, and you come and say, whoa, what happened? He said, I got only 6 candies. My sister have 7 candies. How are you going to react?
At least you have 6. Be happy.
No. Anybody else? He got only 6 candies, but his sister got 7. How are you going to react?
Why can't you give me water?
For this, you crying? Are you serious? It's only 1 candy. What's the big deal? Is it a good answer?
After what we learned, no, not a good answer.
Before you learn.
Yeah, I guess because we see it from how we view it, not from the child's perspective.
But you have 6. What's wrong with you? You have 6 candies. And your sister have 7. Okay. Let me reverse the scenario. You at your workplace, and the only one, yeah, okay, that got, a promotion is your co-worker. Only one. You stayed in the back. You'll continue with the same job. She got promoted. How you gonna feel?
Upset.
But but at least you have a job, At
Doesn't make
least
you
you're
feel
getting a
better.
salary.
Doesn't make you feel better. You want the promotion.
Very good. So this is how the child feels. My sister got promoted, I didn't get promoted. A child came home crying. I hate my school. I hate this. Angry. Bad mood. And I'm asking him, is everything okay? Why are you so sad? He said, my friend played ball and they didn't want me to participate in the game. What are you gonna do?
Start asking questions. Did you ask to join the game?
But now you're cooking and the other one over there making a balagan. And he will tell you that they didn't want me to participate in the game. You know what are you gonna tell him?
I feel so bad for you.
Mehmet.
No, because of 2 years of Zoom already, Rav. It's already programmed.
Rabbi, it's hard to say the truth after class,
Usually we're gonna tell him it's
What's
only a
the game,
game. What you're taking it so Seriously,
Personally, yeah.
if not today, tomorrow. What's the big deal? Come. We have to eat now. We have to eat. You cancel him totally out. I'll tell you how he feels. If you got a letter from your boss, when you came back from lunch, you saw envelope on your desk, and when you opened the envelope, you got a pink slip. You fired. How would you feel?
Go home crying.
Angry,
Devastated. Yeah.
Mama,
devastated.
Would be crying.
why? It's only a job. Not here, so a different place.
But it was your parnasa.
But at that moment, you feel terrible.
Ah, very good.
I
So
don't-
for the child not to be participate in the game is like you're not gonna be participating in the office anymore.
So, Rav, in every situation, we should view ourselves in the child.
What you will do if you were in that situation? At least you have to understand where it's coming from.
Uh,
From him, playing ball is for you like you got fired.
oh, wow. That's a big deal.
Of course, it's a big deal. So if you don't understand this, how can you raise a child, a normal one?
I never viewed it like that before. Just like, okay, tomorrow's another day. You know, you'll get over it.
Tomorrow is another day, right?
Yeah.
So imagine your husband cursed you and said, I don't want you, but like God said, and I'll tell you, tomorrow is another day. I'll tell you. Calm down. At least you have a house, you have a husband. You say, oh, good, he said. That's an answer.
No, I wouldn't call Rav.
You're gonna shoot at me.
Yeah.
You see, we have to understand the kids also have feelings. They get hurt. If you're going to, how do you feel when your husband don't understand you? You want to choke the guy. You want to choke him, right?
Definitely.
Let's say you wanted to buy something very much, and until you deciding if you're buying it or not, you came to the store, he told you, we don't have it anymore. You feel terrible. When you're coming back home, you're saying to your husband, he's saying to you, why are you feeling like why are you looking like Tisha B'Av? It's not Tisha B'Av today. So you tell him, I wanted to buy, they sold everything and they will not have it anymore. And he says, Chazak u'Baruch. Very good. You have enough dresses in the closet. That's an answer?
No.
Huh?
No, Rav, it's not.
Did he understand you?
No, he didn't even
No.
empathize.
Does he feel for you?
No.
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 No. How about the child? A child came from school on the school bus. He says, Mommy, don't ask, this one did to me, this, Ima, and you were such a tzaddik. Probably you started. Otherwise, why they have to start with you? Why they didn't start with Chaim? Okay. So if you're going to tell a child, playing ball is not the end of the world, there is much more important things in this world. It's only a ball game. Why are you so upset? We convince the child in one thing, that we are not the right address for complaints. My parents are the wrong address. If this is the case, wah. Imagine that your own child don't want to talk to you. He feels that you don't feel it. Aren't we grown up? We want other people to understand what we're going through. How many times did you hear, what do I care? It's not my problem. Did you hear it once?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes, Rav.
Yes, Rabbi.
It's correct. It's not your problem. But imagine something like that will happen to you and somebody else will tell you, what can I do? It's not my problem. How would you feel?
They don't understand me. And you won't talk to them again. You'll find someone else.
Does it hurt?
Yes.
Now imagine a child that he feels that the parents don't feel for him. When we feel for the person, so we're connecting ourselves to him. And when he feels that he can talk to us, maybe we can open new channels that he didn't see until now to ease up the pain. So the same way we acting outside with grown-ups, it's the same way with the kids. You have to show empathy to the child. If you want to be successful in chinuch, that's what you have to do. Otherwise, you're going to step in one place all the time. So let me bring few examples. If you don't mind. Okay? You ready?
Yes, Rav. Just really quick, Rav, if it's okay. When do you start giving them the advice or if they need the help? When does that happen? Like, I have a scenario, but I don't know.
After you see that they feel that you understand them.
What if they don't approach you? And can I give the Rav an example? Or should I wait?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's say my son, he asked his uncle when he's getting married. He's not dating the uncle, but he asked him and the uncle got very mad and reacted like angry and he yelled at him. And, I approached him after Shabbat and I spoke to him about it, to my son. And I just felt bad for him because he's a child. He doesn't know any better. He just wants to share in simchas. The adult didn't understand the child and the child got offended.
Okay.
How do you, I spoke to him myself and said, I wanted to address the issue, how you feel. How did you feel when he yelled at you? And he said, I felt sad. And I said, I kind of felt like, I just said, sometimes people feel very sensitive, just like you feel sensitive in certain situations. He says, well, when he has kids, I'm going to talk to them also like that. Like he was acting out of anger himself, my child. So how do I help him in that situation?
Okay. So you tell them, I understand that you hurt. And if you're gonna talk to his kids this way, right?
Yeah.
You think it will help you?
Mm-hmm. So don't try to fix the situation. Be like, no, that's not okay.
No.
Because I think that's what I do.
As usual. Every parent's doing it, almost.
And I don't want to do that. I wanted like him to trust me, to talk to me, because, to open up to me, like Rav said.
After all, it's their decision. You just have to be, open up a dialogue.
So when do you give that suggestions or ideas? Not at the moment. Like when do you talk to them? When do you teach to be sensitive, just like they're sensitive, to be sensitive to others? Because you can't say everything you're thinking. You can't say everything you feel. You can't call a person, oh, you're fat. You can't talk that way. So when?
Yeah. Okay, that's already kvar. This already halacha question. Are you allowed to embarrass a person?
But kids, they don't have a filter. I don't think they're doing it on purpose. They're just saying what
Okay, so our job is to explain,
But not at that moment, later on.
Later on, yes.
Okay. Thank you very much, Rav.
First of all, we have to start to understand why he calling him a fatso, or I don't know what he call him.
I'm just saying, he sees a black person and say, oh, he's black. But not because they're trying to hurt the person's feeling, but they're just seeing what they're saying.
There is a lot to talk about it, right? But let me give you a scenario.
Thank you.
One day, a child don't want to get out of his bed. He doesn't want to go to school. The parents, they don't understand what happened. And so Abba saying to Ima, he becoming lazy. The parents which are not that smart, so they're coming to the child. Let's say Abba is coming to the child, and he's saying to him, kacha, in a loud voice, probably you have a test today that you did not prepare and you don't want to go to school because you know you're going to fail. So you're going to get up, Habibik, and you're going to go to the school, and you're going to learn a consequence, you didn't prepare for the test, that's what's going to happen. And he's taking the child out into the school bus. And he's saying to the child, I'm very happy that you can overcome on the obstacles that you have, and you're going to school anyway, even though it's difficulty and yet ra. Abba deciding what's the whole idea behind the child don't want to go to the school. But who said that what Abba said to the child is emet? The emet can be completely different. What? It's very much possible that the child, he wants to go to yeshiva. He wants to go to school. If there is a test. And very possible that the child is ready very good for the test. And he wants to take the test. Maybe there is also something in the gym that he very much wants to participate. So why he doesn't want to go? Why doesn't want to go? So if you're going to sit down and talk to the child, you see what he's hiding. What is he hiding? That somebody in the school bullying him and he cannot take it. Or there is a bunch of kids from the other class that they decided to bully him. That's why he doesn't want to go. So the parent said he's lazy. He did not prepare for the test. He want to run away from the test. Yeah. But how you will know that the child is not going to the school because of the bullying? If that's what you're saying already in advance, how are we going to find out that he's been bullied? Because we didn't develop any trust between us and the child. Here we go. A child come home, he says, nobody in this house loves me. Everybody hates me and they're just looking to hurt me. You can laugh. But from this laugh, you're not going to heal this child. And if you're laughing, you think the child will love you?
No, he's going to think you're laughing at him.
So if the child says, I feel that nobody loves me in this house, Ima will come and says, why do you feel like that? What did we do to you? I really want to know. What do you want us to do in order for you to feel that we love you? Something he will say, yes? So you're going to have at least some idea where is this child coming from? Where is this kind of declaration? Where is it coming from? So if he will give us some explanation, so we know either to correct him where is he mistaking, or where to correct ourselves. Maybe we are mistaking. But to chop him off in advance and then say, what? You? Chutzpan? How much love we give you? We bought you scooters and we bought you this. If we don't love you, that's what we're going to do to you? Chutzpah lechat? Chutzpah? Did you hear what he said? Whoa. So by sitting down with him, we show him that we care and let's talk. What was the problem? Maybe the problem here, maybe the problem is here, okay. But we want to hear you. So now, one child said to his Ima, that have, by the way, 10 kids. So he came to his mother and said, Mommy, nobody loves me in this house. Yes, Ima says, why do you think so? So he said, if you love me, you would have given me the permission to take as many candies as I want to. By putting a limit, you don't love me. This is understanding of a child. That's what they understand. He said, why you can take whatever you want and I cannot take whatever I want? It means that you don't love me. Why I cannot do what you do? It was a very good opportunity to explain the child what there is a difference between children and grown-ups. Because we're taking responsibility for our deeds. We know how to set boundaries to ourselves. And we have abilities to stand up against the desires that we have. This is why we let the grown-ups do whatever they feel is right for them. Very possible that the child don't understand what Ima said. Maybe he was not convinced even that what Ima said is right. Maybe he didn't see it, but what did he see? What he did accept? What do you think? What the child saw from all this?
That mommy cares.
Oh, Ima is not neglecting him.
Did not deny his feelings.
Did not deny his feelings. And she's trying to explain him where is he mistaking. And this is the most important part. If the child understood or not, we can live with that. But the most important thing is that the child should not feel that Ima rejecting him.
Also, Harav, children know if an adult is speaking to them in an intelligent way. They may not know what intelligent means, but they know if a parent is speaking sincerely, not
I
just
agree 100%.
not making something up or Bubba Mises or they may not understand everything, but they know when an adult is sincere.
Absolutely. Also, teenagers. Boys that coming with claims. The question is how we're going to relate to it. We may not be able to fix the problem, but at least the child got the feelings that the parents is not dismissed him as a you teenager, you crazy, you did. Here we go. A child come, 10th grade, 11th grade, he says, Ima, Abba, I want to change my yeshiva. Boop. The parents say, why? Because the parents feel that this is not the right move. And the parents feel that it's not correct and it might hurt him in the future. That's what they think. So if the parents are very quick, say, don't talk about it, you're not going to change the yeshiva until we brought you in. It took us such a long time. Now what do you say? You don't like it? You're staying, and that's it. So now the child will become even more frustrated. The parents, they can to interpret the reality and what the child wants. They have their own ideas, but who said that they are correct? And sometimes they say, we gave you enough attention. What do you want? Want more attention? Go up already. No. And the parents saying you have illusions that in a different yeshiva you'll do better. But if the parents will sit down with the child and say, okay, we hear you. We see that you're not happy. Maybe you can tell us why is it? And if the child will open up and he will say, hey, I did something wrong. And I will not be able to start a new page. Already in the yeshiva, they're looking at me with 55 eyes, Or if he has a bad friend that's bothering him a lot, and he doesn't know how to get rid of him. So are you going to let him stay in the yeshiva and eat himself up?
No.
So it's very important to listen to the kids. You have to listen to what they say. Because when you listen and you listen and you listen, then you're asking the right questions. And the child said that you listen. You care for him. So the details that they're going to hear from the child will help them a lot. So our job as parents, I'll repeat over and over again. Don't be the policeman, don't be judgmental. Listen to the kid. He has his own emet also. He needs patience? Yes. How much patience? Endless. But it's our kids. We don't want to hurt our own kids in our own hands. So my advice to everybody, listen to them. At least try to understand them. And you're gonna buy the trust that the parents care for them. And they're ready to support them. And they're ready to correct them, the parents. The child will accept it.
Rav, what
Rabbi.
was the last line? I'm sorry. You understand them and correct them?
You understand them
Yes.
and you have a chance to show them the right way, what to do.
Thank you so much, Rav.
Yeah,
Yes, Rabbi, I just wanted to, I agree with you. I heard what you just said.
thank
But
you.
sometimes, sometimes the kids manipulate you and, you know, they just take advantage of you that you can't really, you don't know when to really sometimes, you know, to see what, like you said, for example, right now with the candy, right? You know, you
Yeah.
don't love me enough or whatever. How do you know when it's not a manipulation? And you try to listen, yeah, but then it goes over like too much.
If the sister got more than him, why it's manipulation?
No, you said something about, oh, you don't love me, you know, that I'm not getting enough.
Okay,
That's
so
why I'm not getting enough of candy, or it could be anything. It could be anything else.
no, he said, you're putting on me restrictions, and on yourself, you're not putting any restrictions.
Mhm.
So what did I say? You don't now fall for that. You have to explain. There is a difference between grown-ups and kids. He may
Right.
don't accept it.
Like they always compare to the sibling. Oh, why does he get more than me? You know, or the
Okay. Now
Yeah.
imagine you working with another secretary, you came in the same day, and she making more than you. How do you feel?
Right, right. We have to really think about why is the child feeling this way. Hmm.
He's not crazy.
No, I'm not saying the child is crazy, just
So if this is what he said, will somebody have to listen?
right. Listen better.
It hurts him. It hurts him.
Yeah, but they always compare. They always, they compete against each other. It's just sometimes like, even though you give them equal amounts, oh, how come he has more? Or you have to just
So you have to,
make sure it's the same.
you have to sit down and say, if I give him more, I'm sorry. But let's see how much you got. Let's see how much she got. If she got more, I'll give you the extra. But then you say, Ma,
Acknowledge it, right?
yes,
Gotcha.
which need patience. We need patience,
Lots of patience.
which we don't have.
No,
No, we don't.
not always.
Patience for the phone, we have, Baruch Hashem.
Rob,
Patience for the phone, we have a lot of patience. For our own kids,
Rob, I'm sorry. I just wanted to ask a question. Like, I remember learning from the beginning of Chinuch, I was always taught that self-care goes before everything. Let's say you feel like because you're neglecting yourself, you don't have that strength to have the patience to deal with the kids.
so why are you neglecting yourself, may I ask?
Because you weren't learned to put yourself first. You were raised to put others before yourself.
So, so it's not time to change it?
It's time, but I feel like even when I want to have time for self-care, there's always something else that comes up, and I feel like I don't have time for myself. If I find time for myself, I'm gonna be neglecting my family. If I'm gonna find time to take care of my family's needs, I will be neglecting myself. I feel like I can never win.
Why? It sounds like in your house, no one is going to sleep.
Why?
Because if by 8 o'clock already the kids are in bed, now it's your time for yourself.
Right, but when they go to sleep at 8 o'clock, I'm always busy with the house chores.
Nothing. From 8 o'clock, you're on strike.
So what's gonna be with the kids then? No snacks for them, no preparation, their clothing, they're gonna have to do everything themselves.
What's next?
I prepare them healthy snacks. I don't just give them bagged foods, processed foods. I like to give them nutritious snacks. It takes time to prepare.
Like what? Like what?
Like you have to cut up fruits, prepare vegetables, plan of what you're gonna give them for breakfast the next day, prepare their clothing. My kids they go to school where there's no uniform. So every day they wear something else.
They go to school with no uniform.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They
Why?
have code, but the school doesn't have a uniform. They have to wear collared shirts, button down, and any color pants, as long as it's not denim. And it's no shirts with like logos or designs. It has to be like solid outfits.
What school is this, if I may ask?
MTJ.
MTJ?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Boys, no?
Yeah, the boys.
Boys don't have uniform.
No,
They don't have.
no, they don't.
They don't need it.
In other schools they have.
No school have it.
Why Shari Tzion has a uniform for the boys.
For boys?
Yeah, they have a baby blue shirt with I think black pants or blue pants, navy pants. Yeah.
Yes, Rabbi, that's true.
Even
Yeah.
Yeshiva kind of Bensonhurst started having for boys also.
Very good.
So it
Okay,
takes
good.
time to prepare the clothing, what they're gonna wear.
Let them prepare.
It's gonna drag them from their sleeping time then.
No. It takes 2 minutes exactly.
Not my kids. I feel like they have too much variety. So it's like, oh, I want to wear this. Oh, I don't want to wear that. I'm gonna wear that. Until they figure out themselves what they're gonna wear, I'm like, just go to bed. I'm gonna do it myself.
So you have time, what's I Shabbat, you sit with the kids and say, okay, what are you gonna wear? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, you prepare for the every day, and that's it.
That's very smart, actually. I didn't think of that.
Good. After 8 o'clock, you're on strike.
Yeah, but
Well-
if I go on strike, if I don't get my laundry done every day, it's gonna just pile up.
The sun will come out tomorrow.
Rabbi, mothers don't go on strike. Don't you know that?
The Bukharim, they don't know what a strike
Oh.
means.
Rav, does the true strike also go on Motzei Shabbat?
Ah,
Motzei Shabbat is also strike, Rav, right after Shabbat?
what do you have to do?
Clean the dishes, put away everything from Shabbat. Is it still
Oh,
applicable?
Oh, I thought that you're preparing for next Shabbat already.
No,
Ah, no.
no, not that advanced.
Next
Sometimes.
year.
What
Go
is more? Let me ask you a question.
Hmm.
What is more important? Your health, your mental health, your physical health, or the laundry and the sweeping and washing dishes?
Mental health, of course.
Of
So
course,
why are we arguing, Bechla?
of course, mental health, but when you have things that need to get done, it's like it has to get done. There's nobody else that's gonna do it if you're not gonna do. Like one time my kid comes home, she tells me, Ima, did you wash my skirt? And I said to her, no, I was very busy. She says to me, what are you doing at home all day?
Ah?
Like, what do you do all day? You couldn't wash my skirt? Like that type of attitude. It's like, whoa.
So you say, yes, I'm not doing anything. I'm doing exercise all day long. I'm doing my nails. Don't you see how Ima so well shaped and everything else?
She's gonna tell me, what kind of mother are you?
You'll be a better one.
She'll tell me, I have to look at you for example, so you have to be that one.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. I feel like kids these days are too smart.
No, don't forget, kids likes only to take. They
Yeah, I
don't
know.
know how to give.
I said that to my husband. They're gonna suck us dry until there's nothing left.
Absolutely. And this has to stop.
Right. But then
immediately.
they call you selfish then. Ima selfish. Ima doesn't care about us.
So you start to sing selfish. Your Ima is selfish.
But how does that help?
They're gonna jump up and down. They say, why are you singing? Because I say, I'm singing.
It's so easy.
I'm selfish.
My kids will be like, Ima, that's not good chinuch.
And what she is saying is good. Such
But
a
they don't-
chutzpah.
They don't look at it. Very chutzpah these days, kids, unfortunately.
These kids in my hands, in no time, they're gonna be like soldiers.
We're sending him over.
What they think they're gonna.
I mean, I'm very tough when it comes to boundaries. I mean, I have boundaries. I don't let them talk to me any way they like it. But I feel like still, it's like, I know that I'm the problem. Like, I just don't know how to quit my job. Like, I just have to keep working and working and working, and I tire myself out.
I can hear you. I know what you're saying. Okay, Shavua Tov, everybody.
Thank you so
I'll
much.
see you tomorrow night, in Mirza Hashem.
Rabbi, Sha'arei Torah is by you? The Shul Sha'arei Torah?
No.
It's Bukharian, no? Mm.
Sha'arei Torah, I think it's in Jamaica State.
Yes, I thought it's you go there. No, huh?
Who?
I thought that you teach there. No,
No,
right?
no.
Mhm.
He's my student, but I don't teach there. No.
Ah, it's your student. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Thank you, Rabbi. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Rav. Have a good night.
Shavua Tov. See you
Thank
tomorrow
you.
night, in Mirza Hashem.
Shavua Tov.
Shavua
Thank you,
tov.
Rabbi.
Thank you.
Thank you.